When you list and sell a property for a seller, it is extremely important for you to do a great analysis on that home to determine the correct value for that property. So let me share with you my system for analyzing the value of a property. I start out very large. We start out with the national market because the national housing market affects the value of a property in this way. If somebody cannot sell a home in Las Vegas or Florida or Minneapolis or California, they may not be able to purchase a home in the area that you are in. So that shrinks your pool of buyers and that affects your price. The second area that I look at is interest rates. Interest rates affect the sellability of a property. If interest rates are high, it means that less people can afford a home. If interest rates are low, more people can afford a home and more people will be purchasing properties. So I start very broad and very large. Then I look at the market in the city that you're in. So we look at how many properties are currently for sale, how many properties are pending sale or under contract, and how many homes have sold in the past 90 days. That will allow you to determine the month's worth of inventory. What I mean by that is the number of properties that are currently on the market. Say it's 6,000. On average, 2,000 homes are selling per month. You divide 6,000 by 2,000, the number of actives divided by the number of solds. That gives you 3 months of inventory. And what that means is that if no other properties would go on the market, it would take 3 months for all of those properties to sell if you continued at that pace. So 0 to 4 months of inventory is a seller's market, 4 to 6 is a neutral market, and 6 months or more is a buyer's market. And that will definitely affect the value of your property. Then I go to the neighborhood and I get specific. How many homes are active in their neighborhood? How many are pending? How many are selling on average? Then I get very specific. Is it a 2-story versus a 1-story? 1-story properties tend to sell at a higher value than 2-story properties. And I find properties that are extremely comparable to the one that I'm going to be selling. And I look for the ones that help me to determine price per square foot, sales price. I go back out and I say your property is worth this amount. And it is extremely important to price correctly. I had a property that I listed recently. The actual value of that property was to be approximately $625,000. They wanted to push that price and list it at $640,000. Overpriced. The property sat on the market. We ended up having to reduce that price twice. The property sat there for 60 days. We ended up getting much lower than even the $625,000. And if we would have priced that property correctly in the beginning, more than likely we would have gotten a better price for that home. So study, learn, and understand how to properly price and analyze the price of a property.